my name is Judeana and welcome to Planting on a Prayer. Today's video is an exciting one. Something new for me, which I'm excited about. I also am just really excited for how the end result could look. Okay, I don't even know where to start. I know there's so much stuff in this box, so okay, maybe I'll put screws and things like that in this corner with the fishing line. All right. So I have quite a few pieces of wood, so I will definitely be using a piece. I do have a few rocks here as well. I'll probably just end up using the largest one if I use one of these. I don't think I would use any of the smaller ones. How do you sit? You sit like that. If I were to mount you, you would sit like that. That would be a crazy look, but also really cool. I'm thinking like this way would be really cool if I were to do an orchid on this. So I found this piece of wood, this wicked looking piece of wood. It's like a root or something, out on a walk in my neighborhood. There's even some grass clippings in it. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna use this for something. And today I think it very well may be used for an orchid because it is such a cool looking piece of wood. I'm so happy I picked this up. My family and I went to the Oregon coast this last summer, and so I was able to pick up a few pieces of driftwood. I found this piece of bark that has been charred, which I thought was kind of a cool look. However, I think a smaller orchid would look better on these, so I don't know if I'm gonna use it for that. I might use it for something else. Are those all my pieces of wood? My goodness, I thought I had more. That's okay. So, the orchids I have for you today are mainly assorted. There's one I know that at least has an identifying tag in its pot, but all of these, for the most part, I think are just assorted. So I can take a guess as to what the flower may look like on some of these, but we'll find out. Ultimately, we'll find out together, hopefully one day, if I can get these to bloom. These small ones I was really excited about. So a little background on me with orchids is I have been afraid to take care of orchids, at least at home, because my home care process for plants looks different than how I care for plants at work, just because I'm not as consistent at home as I am at work. Now that I did get approved for my dream job, which is being a full-time mom, I'm so excited for that. I know it's gonna take a lot out of me, the baby phase, but that's okay. That's just a part of life. That's just a part of it. I do think once things are settled, then I can take better care of most of my plants. And that's gonna be like my hobby again. You know, it was my job for 4 years. And now I feel like, oh, it can be my hobby again. Not that that's a bad thing to make it your hobby or job, but for me, I got burnt out so easily. I am looking forward to being able to really kind of just enjoy caring for plants again on my own time, if that makes sense. Yeah, anyway, we have these two small orchids. This one's pushing up a new stem. This one looks like it's a runner orchid, which means it goes kind of like sideways. It's gonna run along the ground. This one is more of a clumping one, and I don't know if you guys can see that on there, but it has 2 stalks. I think it's gonna put out some flowers for me, so I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping this is the white or the yellow that I saw, because, well, number 1, they're super cute. Number 2, they're also fragrant. Excited about that. So those are the 2 small orchids. And then for bigger orchids, we have this guy. He also doesn't say, it's just assorted. His little tag fell out or whatever, but I have an idea of what this one might be. So if it's one of the more common ones that just ends up staying after a while, that sort of thing. I may also have to clean him up because it looks like he's got one stem with some brown spotting. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's got some brown spotting, so I may have to just remove this one from the center, which makes me a little nervous, but I think it's doable because I don't want it to spread to the rest of the plant. The rest of these look pretty darn all right, so I think we'll be okay. And then this last one, I actually know how this one blooms because it was blooming when I picked it up. And there are actually a couple of buds on this last stem here. It actually looks like there might be 2 orchids in this same pot, but this one, it has an identifier tag. So I will pull up a photo for you guys. It is called Key Lime Stars 808 Orchids. Okay, that's really cool. I'm excited for that actually, because the bloom actually looks different than what I remember. But I do remember these being one of the more fragrant types as well, so I did get excited about that. So I'm gonna leave the tag in with this for now. All of these orchids I did save from the trash bin at work, so I didn't pay any money for these, which made me just so excited to try orchids, because it's always hard to try something when, especially with something like orchids that tend to be on the spendier side. Like, I think the cheapest these were at work was, these large ones were $38 at normal price, and then these small ones were $28. So it's kind of spendy, especially for more specialty orchids like these ones. They're not your Albertsons, Lowe's, Home Depot orchids that, you know, all of them are relatively similar looking and they have the bigger flowers. These ones have more specialized flowers, so they're a more specialized orchid is what I'm trying to say. And so when you're spending money on a hobby, trying something new within the hobby, it can just be kind of scary. So I'm glad I was able to rescue these guys and try more orchid mounting with them. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna move this box so you guys can see what I'm doing. So right now they're in orchid bark. I guess if you don't know how orchids are kept, they're kept usually in orchid bark and moss. But what I'm going to be using on these is just some sphagnum moss that I've already got dampened down. I've had it in here for months because it's been a while. Since I used it last, there are things growing in here. There's like a whole ecosystem in here, which might be good for the orchids, we'll see. But we should maybe lay out what we're gonna decide for each of the orchids. Okay, I have to start with this piece because it's so cool. Just this piece of wood here. I just think it is the coolest thing. And here, I'll show you up close so that way before you get to see what it looks like. It is just the coolest piece of wood. It has so much movement. I am just so excited to use this, and I think I will drill on the back some hooks so that way I can hang it on my wall. I have a couple types of hooks that I like to use. In the past, I've mounted art pieces. I'm just gonna grab this one because it's the closest. Like I made this, right? And on the back I've used, I think they're just regular photo frame brackets. So I have these, you can just buy them on Amazon, and they work really great, especially for pieces like this that have a flat back to it. And then if you have something that's a little bit more curved, a little bit more round, something I've used in the past for those are these brackets. So they have just like one place for a hook, one little spot for a hook, and 2 places for screws. And so it just seems a little bit like there's a little bit more play here in case you have an object that is a bit more rounded. So I'm probably gonna use this on this just because the back of this isn't flat. So you kind of have to get creative. I mean, that looks cool too, but I just think this looks cooler this way. Well, and if it's hanging up on the wall and you have it up high, that is going to be the cooler look probably. Going this way, where this branch is coming up the front of the orchid and the orchid could grow out of it, I just think that would look really cool. as opposed to this way where I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit the orchid in there. I mean, that way looks cool too. It really does, but let's see, if we did this direction, I have to make sure, how do you lay? You lay flat right here. So I'm gonna drill probably right here. Also, when you're drilling, be super careful. I have split wood in the past. It's usually easier to use a drill. I have my impact, it's behind me. But yeah, I have split wood in the past, mounting things before. So that's just something to be aware of, is just be careful. Especially with one-of-a-kind pieces like this, where I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, a little nervous to do this one, but it'll be great. It'll be great once it's done, so. Where's your funky piece that you have going upward? Okay, so it needs to go like this. So if I drilled right here, then I can hang it. Or right here, I could hang it. Because if I drill right here, it's gonna be kind of lopsided. So I have to make sure it's center with the back. So that way it hangs properly. And just kind of hope for the best. I don't know. Maybe I should just put a screw in here and then wire on a hook. Like make a wire loop or something for it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I think for this piece of wood, I'm gonna use this orchid, the clumping one. I don't really want something that climbs for this piece of wood because it's the way that it is, it's kind of a specific build. So I think for the climbing orchid, I'll use maybe one like this. That way it can climb up the branch. So I would maybe start it low right here and then just train it to climb up the branch, which would be cool. Or if I started down here and did it maybe at this crease here where the branch bends, and then have it climb up that way. That would be kind of cool actually. So maybe this climbing one I'll do with this piece of wood here. I did also grab a couple rocks that I found on the beach when we were at the Oregon coast last summer. But the only issue is they wouldn't be mountable. The smaller one would be. I would just have to get creative with it. However, this larger one, all the holes in this one are in the front. They're not really in the sides or so much in the back. So I feel like I wouldn't be utilizing this one best by covering up all the holes with moss and an orchid. I think it would be better to just wait and use this on something else. So that's what I'm gonna do with this one. So I have another clumping orchid, and I think the clumping one would look better mounted to a flat piece of wood like this. But I'm wondering if this piece of wood is too small for the orchid. I think it is. Ooh, am I gonna have to go to Michael's? I may have to run to the craft store and get a bigger piece. Something like the birch piece I showed you would probably look better for one of these. I also have another smaller runner orchid. I don't know if that's what they're actually called. I just call them runner orchids because of how they grow. I thought maybe another piece of wood where it can climb up the piece of wood as it grows would be ideal. So we at least have 3 orchids we can mount today. They're not perfect, but neither am I, so I think it'll work. Because I am the most excited about this one, I want to start with this one first. Also, I mean, I'm not sponsored by DeWalt, but if you are looking for a power tool brand that you want to get started in, I would say DeWalt and Milwaukee are great brands. They can take a lot of, I don't want to say damage, but wear and tear, I guess. They just seem to be a really good choice. So far, DeWalt has been super reliable for me, and they're virtually everywhere. I went to D&B to get dog food for Sam. We just got a new one built over by us. So I was kind of just going in there to explore it anyway. And I had no idea they carried like every single DeWalt tool you could ever want. I think they had 3 or 4 aisles dedicated to DeWalt, where it's just both sides are lined in yellow and black. So if DeWalt is the brand you will go with, D&B would be a really great place to go to get tools. You might be able to get some discounts through them too. I'm not sure, haven't looked into that. That's just kind of my take on it. If you're starting out and you don't know what to do. Okay, wrong way. All right, here we go. Here's the fun part. Let's see if I'm sorry, I know you can't see anything I'm doing right now. And it's gonna probably stay that way. I've just gotten up several times. I'm pregnant. I don't wanna get up again, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna drill this in, and I'm just gonna advise you guys to have caution. Start slow, then amp up the speed a little, and you'll be on your way. So something else I just thought of too is that as the orchid grows, it's gonna cover the back of this so it won't be as visible. So I'm having faith. I'm having faith in that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Please be magnetic. Yes. Okay, here we go. First screw. In there, sort of. So far so good. We're at the safe place now where we can add the other screw and then tighten everything together. It's coming together. That is secure, my friends. That is secure. Here's how we're looking. I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see it. But I think it's gonna work. Yes! Okay, this is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so cool. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. I can't hold back my excitement. Okay, let's get a plate for the orchid bark because we might use it in something else. The other thing I like about this piece of wood too is that, I guess I can just stack them. For fishing line, there's plenty of wrappable and tieable places. So that is super duper exciting. Or maybe do I want to do the small one in here? The small one would probably fit better up here, but would it look just a little off? Would it look too small for this? Because I could just do this one on a big plaque like that. You guys, I might be going to the craft store today, for real. We may just take a field trip and go to the craft store because now I can't make up my mind. Do we like the smaller one in here or the bigger one? I don't know, I feel like the bigger one now might be too big. I have no idea what I want to do. I guess we could take them out, try it. That would be the logical thing to do, right? Okay, we're gonna try it. We'll take both of them out. Okay. Ooh, there's some charcoal in here too. Nice. Okay. And foam. I never understood why people use foam for their orchids. That just doesn't really sit well with me. Oh, please don't. And the roots have grown through them, so now I just have to like pick it apart so I don't damage the roots. Okay, well there's a lot of roots anyway. I think it'll be okay. But you can see it just grew right through that. So anyway. Okay, some roots also grew through some of these rocks. So some of these rocks will be staying in here, which might be kind of a cool look anyway. Okay, I'm seeing some good signs. I'm not seeing any rot, so that's good. Some roots are gonna break and fall off just because I'm doing surgery here. I'm gonna try this big guy in here. I don't know that he's gonna fit, you guys. Can we loosen these up without I don't know, hurting it? You guys, I think he's too big. I don't know. I think he's too big because when you add the moss into it, I mean, it's really cool looking, but I think he's gonna be too big for this piece of wood. Yeah, because when you put the moss into it, it's gonna bulk it up a little bit. So I think this one we might just use for the smaller one after all. And we're probably gonna go to either Michael's or Hobby Lobby today to get another piece of wood. Because I would prefer if we were able to get them all done today. Which I'm kind of excited because I feel like it's more of a risk if I had to save one of them to pot later. It's kind of a risk that I might just end up not taking care of it and tossing it out. Because I want to like go about my day and not have to separate my day so much in doing one project, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is going to be a much better fit. Oh, you guys, it's going to look so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, it's pretty clean. So now I just need to decide what's the front and what's the back. That might be too small now. You guys, I'm so indecisive today. I can't figure out what it is I want to do with this. I put it like that. Granted, they'll grow, right? They'll get bigger. Usually, or they're like miniature orchids. Because this might just be a miniature if it's the one that I'm thinking of, which I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so the one that I think this is a photo, it's taking me to Etsy, is the Oncidium Twinkle Yellow Bird. That's what I think this is. Okay, they do get bigger though. Oh my gosh, that would just look so gorgeous in this. Okay, I'm gonna stick to this plan and keep this one in here because they do clump out, they get bigger. They don't stay small like I was thinking it might. So we'll be good. We'll be good to plant this in here. It'll have room to grow. I feel better about that now because it'll just kind of work around all the movement that's going on in here. Okay. Let's see here. I should start probably with the fishing line. I thought about maybe using twine, but I don't think the twine's gonna hold up as well as just the fishing line. So that's why we're doing this. And I usually don't like using fishing line because it's less aesthetically pleasing, but with as much moss, it may not even be noticeable. So that is the thought process. So now I have to decide which way I want it to go. If it's hanging on the wall, like this, I want it to be kind of more upright. I want it to be kind of against this piece in the front. And be more upright like that. I think that would be pretty. Or if I did it the other way around. Nope, it's gotta go this way. Yep, I've decided. It's gotta go this way. We will give it a go, my friends. We will try this out and see how it goes. Okay. I hope nothing flies out. How are we looking in here? Okay, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought, which is good. This is just sphagnum moss, which you can find at most of your local retailers, but if not, you can get it on Amazon in a big kind of condensed package, and then you just let it soak and absorb the water and spread itself out, and it does fine. So, but sphagnum moss you can use for all sorts of different mounting and moss pole projects. It really is, I think, the best moss for growing and maintaining moisture. So that's why I use it. I can't wait for when it gets really green though. Then it'll look so stinking nice. It'll look really nice. Okay, here we go. I honestly don't know what I'm doing, so. Well, that's a good start though. That's a good start, okay. Ooh, do I want to, how am I gonna do that? I don't know. Let's put some on this back side maybe. If I hold the front with my hand and put some through here on the back. There is like a little pocket. I'm just shoving with moss right now because I don't know how to get it in there. So, and I think orchids tend to do okay in just moss, especially being mounted. I don't think they're going to retain moisture for as long anyway, as opposed to if they were in a pot and they maybe didn't get as much airflow or air exposure. So I think it's going to be okay just using moss for this project. I really hope this guy will be happy with me and not completely freak out when he's done. But we shall soon find out, friends. We shall soon find out, shall we? Yeah. Okay. Okay, don't all fall off of there. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I think I have to stand up and look at it. I think it needs a bit more on the sides. And then I'll start wrapping. Because I don't want to do it too soon. Risk anything. I don't know. Kind of like a kokedama on a stick. Sorry, you guys. I keep checking the settings for my camera to see if it would record segments longer than 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But after doing research, it said that I just need to go get a repeater to automatically press the record button for my camera. So I'm just a little flustered with that at the moment. But unless you know of a way and you can teach me with the Canon Rebel EOS Rebel T6i. I know it's an old camera, but it's what I've got. So it's what I'm working with. Oh, I'm scared to move this. I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it. Don't want to move it. How about we start? This seems like a good place to start. I don't know. We gives it a turn. How about we start on this back side right here? Do you ever find yourself just talking like Smeagol? We gives it a turn. It is my precious. It is precious to me, yes. This is precious to me now because I just think it's going to be so beautiful. I'm so excited. Also, if you know how to tie good fishing knots, please let me know because I'm just tying normal knots on this and hoping for the best. I just want to make sure it's not going to get loose on me. Let us take a larger piece of BS. We'll start wrapping. Exciting! Okay. I think that'll hold. I think that'll be okay. Okay. Those scissors suck, but it's what we got. My goodness. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we'll go around the back. Like this. And around the front again. Like that. And maybe like around this one. Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. Come on now. Come on. Yes. Get back to where you once belong. Ooh, I don't like fishing twine. Let's go like this again, maybe. Actually, no, we'll go like this. Yes, we will go like this. Oh, it's so long. Why did I cut such a long piece? Don't cut the flowers. No. Get through there. Okay. Seriously, you guys, I cut such a long piece. Why did I do that? Okay. Oh, for my heavens sakes. Come on. Okay. It's getting a little shorter, so that's good. That's good. I wanted to like prop this part up a little bit, which I don't know. I wanted to prop up the orchid a little bit. Which maybe that's where I'll just stick the moss. Where do we want to go? Can I get in there? Is that an option? Is there space? No, there's not. I just want to know. Oh my gosh. Okay, wrapping this was more difficult than I had anticipated. Not gonna lie. Oh, we're getting towards the end. Okay, not where I wanted to be. Towards the end. That's okay. Maybe I'll just tie it right off the back. I'll probably have to do another layer of fishing line, but it's holding pretty darn good. I can't complain. This is gonna look so cool. I think I will tie these down or have my staple gun, but that would be a bit more risky. Moss is holding pretty well though. I think I did wrap it good enough. Yeah, I think I wrapped it good enough that it's gonna be all right. Ooh, I got a tummy ache. I should probably eat something. I've already had breakfast. Baby girl's just super hungry. So that is the struggle I'm dealing with right now. Okay, I think it is secure now that I've fixed that. It looks tighter. So yeah, I don't want to wrap this too much because I don't want it to just be fishing line that you see, or where it's just to the point where it just looks like there's too much fishing line on here. But I think I've got it enough to where it'll hold in place and still it'll look nice. It will look nice. Yeah, I think that's gonna look so cute. I'm gonna hang it up. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see. Okay. Here goes nothing. Oh my goodness. Ah! Oh, this is so cool. That just looks so stinking cool on my wall. Yeah, we went with the right size, you guys. I have to take a photo because it just looks so stinking cool on my wall. That looks really cool. Oh yeah, I have to soak it. I do need to soak it though. So we're gonna water you now that you're done. First one's done. Yeah, I feel like that one actually went pretty fast. So hoping that these other two will go fast as well. And then I'm gonna have to take a lunch break. Our second one, I will also probably be using one of these with it because they're the branches, so they don't have as much width that we're working with here. This one's pretty flat, so I think it would rest against the wall pretty nicely like that. Okay, I need my drill. There's something about power tools you have to just really admire. I don't know, it feels good using power tools for projects. Can't explain it, it's fun. They're fun. Time to attach the bracket for this. The back of this is actually pretty flat, so it's gonna work out pretty well, I think. I'm wondering if I should go right here with it though. Sometimes it's a little better to go a little lower. Put it like this. How does it wanna lay naturally? Like that, so. And it's got more of a curve that way as well. So my best bet is probably right here. Okay, we gives it a go. Ooh. Okay, good, that's not a spider. I was thinking it was for a second, about flipped out. First screw is in. Time for the second one. Heck yeah. You know, I could probably just post an ad on Facebook Marketplace for custom mounting and make a little bit of money. I wouldn't mind that, actually. I'll call you when it's done. That sort of thing. Would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I don't know. It's an idea. It's an idea. Okay. Okay, that I know is gonna hold and it's stable. And, sorry, I probably should put you down here. It will hang. Heck yeah. Not perfect, but doable. And that is the biggest thing, right? Okay. I was gonna do the smaller one. I was gonna do this one on there. Cool. Ah! This is so much fun. Here's a little bit of ASMR for you. It sounds good, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, I hate having to do this. I'm sorry. You were just a little too happy, weren't you? You were just a little too happy. I have to break these roots. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. Perfection. So excited. Look, a leaf. Okay. It's still hanging on the wall. How you doing in there, baby girl? Aw, she's so cute. I haven't even met her yet, and she's adorable. Our family's growing. This is also my first kid, so I know that I have no idea what I'm in for. And I know that it's gonna be quite the trek, but I know it's going to be the most fulfilling job I've ever had, and I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to share my love of, you know, what's so beautiful about this world with the kids and just raising them and teaching them, being there for them, especially when they're trying to figure out who they are, that sort of thing. I'm excited for all that. Oh my goodness, these roots are so intermingled, and there is still a lot of bark at the center here. It's like, you can see the outline of the pot that it started in is like less than an inch wide, or maybe it is just an inch wide. And then they transplanted it into a bigger pot. And now I'm having to work all the contents out from what was originally in that smaller pot. I'm going, oh my goodness, it was really packed pretty tightly in here. So now I'll just have to find a really well lit spot for my orchids too. Something I have to think about. I want to be able to see them. So the kitchen might just be the place. It might just be the spot. Also, the kitchen can stay a little bit more humid because of I'm always doing the fact that I'm always doing dishes. You're looking pretty good, fella. I'm excited for you. I am excited for you. For us. Yes. This plantationship, plant relationship is an us thing. Wow, you really attached yourself to that one, didn't you? Oh, now I've got the itch to go to the store. I want to press pause, go to the store, and come back and get that for this big guy. Get the block of wood for this big guy. I'm gonna have to spread the roots around it, around the log, and then put the moss over it. Do I lay a little bit of, I'll lay a little bit of moss down first and then do it. And have it so it's like climbing. Yes, yes, oh my goodness, yes. So excited. Oh, you guys, this is so much fun. I'm so glad you could be here enjoying this with me because this is fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited. I really hope I don't kill these. I really hope I take good care of them and that they will flower for me and that I can update you guys on how well that they're doing because that's part of the fun of it, right? I don't want to miss out and I don't want you guys to miss out either. So, okay. It is time, my friend. Oh, so excited. So excited about this. So excited. Okay, it keeps wanting to go to the side, but that's how I want it. So, ooh, did not think of that one. I'm trying to think about how to mount it with the fishing line, how to get it to stay. You know what? We'll play it by ear. We'll work it out. Somehow, it'll all work out because things, they work out. And God takes very good care of me. I'm very thankful for that. Without him, I'd be a wreck. So, yep. Okay, I'm gonna lay down just a little bit of moss to start on here, just to give this something to kind of cushion it. Yeah, cushion's good, right? Cushion is good. So, yeah, this is the tough part, is getting these roots to spread out. Okay, I need you on there, my friend. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, this is gonna look so cool. You guys, this is gonna be so stinking cool. Oh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be so cool. Okay. Ooh, now I have to hold you there. Okay, we'll get more moss. We'll get more moss on here. Make it into kind of sort of a kokedama situation. Right? Isn't that what we're looking for? Is kind of sort of a kokedama. But I feel like it'd be good to have some of the roots exposed. So we're gonna leave some at the top exposed, maybe a little at the bottom. I am so impressed with how this moss is just hanging in there. Okay, stay. It is surprisingly holding its shape fairly well. I'm very, very excited, very pleased about that. Okay. Where's the end? Here it is. Sort of. There we go. There we go. Okay. We will do like this. Yes. Ooh, this part makes me nervous. I'm gonna have to stand it up, you guys. This is making me nervous. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, we're saying screw the gloves for now. Screw the gloves. Okay. This is making me nervous. Yeah. Okay. I caught it. I caught it. No, no, no. Aw. Okay. Well, it's all right. That is, you know what? That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. Oh, cheat? Maybe? Is this a cheat? Is this going to, will this work? That is my question. Will this work? Can I go one more time? Maybe I could go one more time. Because I just want you to stick like glue to this stick. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Okay, now if I can find the other end. Haha! Yes. Yes. Okay. We have a start, my friends. We have a start. It's not a bad looking start, honestly. I'm very pleased with this. So now we just have to lay it down, make some knots, and hope for the best. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, a mourning dove, how cute. I just washed my bird feeders yesterday, and I still have a couple I need to put out, but the other ones look like they're attracting birds. It's nice. I'm gonna like having something to kind of watch. I really like watching the birds in the mornings while I'm feeling cozy, eating my breakfast, you know? Okay, yeah, it needs moss pudginess. Also, it needs like more, I mean, it's like leaning out a little bit, which I don't like. So I'm just gonna have to like mount this, secure it. Actually, let me do that real quick. Let's do that. Let's do that before I throw on more moss. We'll get her done. So I have to go through this leaf and let's see, what am I doing? I'm going through, also going through this leaf here. And hopefully this doesn't choke it. I don't think it will, because at the base where I'm going to be pulling it into to secure it, to make it more upward, it's really thick. So hopefully this will work and it'll be fine and I won't just like slowly choke my plant. That would suck. But you know, at least you learn it first from me. And not your fine selves when push comes to shove and you want to try this out. Oh, goodness, my goodness. Okay. Okay, I've got 2 wraps. I have 2 wraps around there. Let's go around this way. I have 2 wraps. Oop. That should be enough, right? Just 2. I don't want to choke the thing, but I want it to grow upward. Yeah, I like that. I like it. And I'm going to put more moss around this too. Just because I know there are too many aerial roots sticking out for my liking. Not for like... Sorry, not for aesthetics, but for the fact that it's going to dry out too fast. I just know that. So, and it'll put out more aerial roots as well, so I'm not too worried about that. They grow on trees anyway, right? So, like, who cares? Okay, please work. Okay, I think that'll work. I think it's upright enough for my taste. And it's not going to hinder its growth. I don't think. I think it'll just continue growing. I think it'll just continue growing upward, which is what we want. That's what I want. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, we're not done yet. We're not done yet because hardly any of this, some of this moss is falling off. Okay, we gotta put some more moss on there. Get it all full, looking nice, kind of like a kokedama. Sorry if I'm cringing you guys out. That's just part of my personality. So if you're on my channel, you'll just have to deal with it. I don't know. I kind of like how that looks. I just think it needs to be a little bulkier in the front here. Okay, it's starting to look more round. I'm gonna need a little bit on this side as well. Oh, that was a good piece. Where'd it go? I kind of like the stringier pieces of sphagnum. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty cool. Hopefully that's long enough to get a few wraps around there. We'll see. So I'm gonna hold that together. So I place this on here now. It's starting to look like a kokedama on a stick, which is what I want, but I just think that's so funny. Okay. Okay, yeah. This one's gonna have character for sure. Oh, for sure. But what I mean is it's gonna look a little funny probably for a while until it really gets there. I don't know how else to phrase it. I really hope it does green up quite a bit though. I wonder, hold the phone. I wonder, should I add more of a different kind of moss to this? I may have to go check that out. I'll be right back. I know I keep going away and coming back and going away and coming back, but it's for a good cause, I promise. All right, so I got all of this reindeer moss for a separate project. Now I'm wondering if I should use some of it for this, because that would look kind of cute. So we have this green moss, I like that. We have this dark kind of foresty green moss, I like that. This one, that's a little bright for my taste. And then the lighter color, kind of like the light color too. But that might be too much of a contrast, so maybe we'll use some of this moss for decoration. We can try a little bit and see how it looks, because it might look funny. Oh, you know what? I think that's the wrong color. I think that's the wrong color. And I know I could mix colors, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a little less is more, you know? Like a little goes a long way. I definitely think this is gonna be the case for that. Wow, I like how this looks. So we're gonna roll with this one, because I like how this one looks. That'll look nice, nice. And then this little piece can go here, or just connect it here. I'm gonna press it in, press it on, and hope that it kind of sticks the way I want it to. Well, who cares about the sides? We only really care about the front, right? Okay, this isn't gonna be long enough, but it'll give us maybe a start. Or should I just get a longer piece? If you're unsure about it, try again. We're getting a longer piece. Yes. I think this time I'm gonna go diagonal X and then around. So we'll see how that works. Highly recommend, if you have a plate or something that can lift up your branch that you're wrapping around, so you can feed your thread or your fishing line through. That is super helpful. Not gonna lie. Okay, I lied. We're gonna go around. We'll go around. We'll go around this way. We'll go around this way. Around this direction. Just kind of like feeling like I'm playing with a fragile game here. Okay. This is the other one. Yes. Okay. Oh goodness, it's already looking different. Okay. Oh, it's so cute though. I think I really like how this is turning out. Okay. And then I feed it through and hope nothing falls. And success, sort of. We are losing a little bit from this corner, so. Sorry guys, I don't know when that stopped, but we got that wrap done on it. That's our second wrap we did on it. Now I think I'm gonna hang it to the wall because I think that'd be easier to finish wrapping it. Yeah, I think that would make it easier to finish wrapping it on. So we're gonna do that. And yes, this is gonna be our third layer we're doing, because with something like this, I do think it would be better safe than sorry. So, oh yeah. Okay, this is turning out. It's turning out. Oh, that's cute too. Or is that how I meant for it to go? I don't know, it looks different than how I started it. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's the end. That's the end. Okay. Okay, successful. I think we were successful in that. It looks more put together. It looks better. So we gives it a tie. I always do 3 knots because even 2 sometimes doesn't feel safe, you know? But at least there's 3 wraps around this, so it should be fairly good. Let's see what it looks like when it's hung up. Oh, it's so cute! It's a little crooked, it's okay. But it's really cute. I like it. Here it is in all its glory. Doesn't it look cute? Oh, I'm so excited about these. I am so stinking excited about these. Okay, time to give it a bath because it hasn't been watered in probably a month. Okay. All right, you guys, now we just have one more to do until we go to the store and get something else to mount that one on, because I don't have bigger pieces that, well, I have one, but I'm saving it for something else. Yeah, I'm saving it. So, okay, let's get that guy mounted. I cannot speak today. This one makes me a little nervous because the pot's broken, it's grown through the pot, it's stuck on the pot, but I do think there is more than one plant in here, so if we got them to separate, we could put it on like the 2 sides of this curve, which I think would look really cool too. Otherwise, if they're too intermingled, we will just figure it out as we go. So I think to get this off of here, oh my goodness. Okay, good, you're intact. I'm gonna play with these roots, see if I can't get them to disconnect here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, it's a little easier than I thought it was gonna be to get these taken off. Ooh, we do have some not so healthy roots though. I am gonna chop those. Sorry guys. I know it hurts. It hurts. But it's gotta be done. Okay, I figured that would be the case. Oh no. Oh. There are some rotted roots in here, my friends. Darn. We're gonna have to clean that up. Have to clean it up. It's a good thing we're saving it. It's a good thing we're saving it. Okay, look at that. The whole inside of this is rotted out. Oh my goodness. I hope the plants are salvageable. It seems like there's enough roots here that they should be. But all those core roots just, they rotted out. They didn't get enough airflow. It's too bad. But you know what? This is the reality of working with plants. You come across that sometimes. Okay, I have to untangle this. Half tempted to just break a lot of these roots, but I don't want to hurt the plant more than it's already been. Like, it is a mangled mess in here. And I do need to clean up these rotted roots because, oh, okay. Okay, that's part of that plant. So that plant has some healthy roots. It's gonna be okay. And like I said, as they grow, they'll put out more roots too. So it's not the end of the world, you know? Ooh, that kind of looks like thrips. Or maybe it's just because of the root rot, actually. I wonder what would cause that. That is a problem for another day. I don't want to look into it right now. Okay, and then after this one, seriously, I'm gonna have to get a lunch break and then maybe I'll hit the store. Oh, okay, yes, that went better than I thought. Then I'll hit the store, get something else to mount that one on. Oh, okay. We're gonna test something. And if it's still green, or it doesn't look infected, then we're okay. Okay, it looks okay. It's just these roots. It's just these stinking roots, man. Okay. Ugh, I don't want to have to like cut half the plant if half the plant is not doing well, or it's rotted. I think I'm okay just removing roots. And these roots are pretty set in their ways. I don't know if I can loosen these without hurting them. That one's rotted. Yep, that one's rotted. It makes me a little nervous thinking about mounting this one now because of the condition it's in. I mean, there's still a lot of healthy roots though, so we should be okay. Okay, I think this one's as good as it's gonna get. Time to move on. This one has more roots. This one has more, so maybe this one will have a better chance. Looks like the same plant, but it's going like two different directions. It's going, one side of it's going this way, the other side of it's going that way. I don't know if you can see that, but they're connected. They're the same plant. They're connected to the same plant. This is gonna make this interesting for sure. Would you guys also let me know if you want to see more long form content from me, if that's something you enjoy? Because me personally, I like having long form content on while I'm doing my chores about the house, you know, folding laundry, dishes, all that stuff. Because I'm one of those people who can't really handle silence very well. There always needs to be noise for me. It's like that when I'm asleep. It's like that when I'm awake. So anyway, that's my personal preference. So if you're the same way, let me know if you enjoy long form content. Otherwise, I can do some shorter form videos as well. Well, I mean, I probably will do them as well, but I just want to work on what you would prefer as opposed to just what I would prefer. You know what I'm saying? So something to keep in mind. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I really don't like the way that one's looking. Yeah, that one's a goner. Rotted. So if you're ever wondering what rotted roots look like on an orchid's roots should be green or a silvery color. If they're brown, even if they're like a lighter brown, there's a good chance they could be rotted. They should be firm. So if they're kind of squishy, even if they're the right color, just like clip a little bit off the end. Maybe see what it looks like on the inside. Rotted roots are gonna have a brown strain running through them. And so if that's the case, you have to go all the way up until it's clean or green again. So that's just a good kind of thing to keep in mind if you have orchids at home that you like to, or that you're planning on working on. And it's important to note that you want to remove as much of the rotted roots as possible, because if you don't, there is a chance that that fungus that caused the roots to rot could spread. And that's like that with any houseplant. So yeah, if you ever find root rot in any of your plants, remove as much as possible. without destroying your plant. Plants though, they're pretty resilient, you know. If they want to survive, they're going to find a way. So as long as you're just keeping an eye on them, watering them, fertilizing them, giving them some good light, they'll do okay. Okay, I think this is as good as this one is going to get. It's not perfect, but it's certainly a lot better than it was, and I'm willing to work with that. So, okay, now we have options, which kind of scares me because it's going to be more work. Let me throw this away because this is all the infected bark, and I won't want to reuse that for anything if I decide. Okay, so we have this branch. Yeah, I think that's the side. That side's a little bit more boring. It curves in the right direction though, on that side. But I kind of like the idea of this. Yeah, okay, so time to put on the mount. This one's also getting the same bracket that we've used this whole video because I know these will work on this kind. Let's get started. So, that's like the even both sides, so I think right here is as good a spot as any. I think that's gonna work. Now this is a harder piece of wood. I'm actually not sure what kind it is. I got this off a job site when I was dropping Ryan off to work one day. So yeah, just hoping for the best here. There it goes. Okay, we got that first one in. Whenever you get the first one in, it's a huge sigh of relief because that's honestly the hardest part. And then after that, it's usually like, okay, this is probably doable. Okay, we got it on there. Let's see how it hangs. Oh, perfection. Nice. Now I just have to figure out the whole orchid situation. So these are the kind that will grow upward. Oh my gosh, do I need... I have another branch. I could put this one on. I'm just conflicted right now as to how I should go about this because, okay, this one would look cool going up the side, right? Going up the side like this. Or even just like, no. This one probably would look better. Okay, this branch isn't big enough for both of them, I'm realizing. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do this one. And that means I need something for you too. And I don't have any more larger branches. Or I could just throw you away. That would be such a waste, wouldn't it? Hold on. Okay, so that one would look good going up from the center. Is this how it's gonna be? No, I don't wanna like block off growth areas for it though. So, okay, this one would look good going up the side and this one would look good on the front. And I think I like where it's going. I like where it's headed. I have to stand up though. Yeah, I think I like that. Because as long as this one's going up the side, it'll have room to grow. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna put them together and it's gonna look nice and they're gonna be all right. I've decided. Oh, but I'm seriously so hungry. So I might just press pause here eat some food. Michael's or Hobby Lobby should be open now, so I think I'm gonna just make a quick run that way before it gets too busy. So I think that's the plan. I think we're gonna plan on that. I really have to eat food. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back, and I had decided that I wanted to finish the other 2 orchids off camera because I thought it would go faster, and I spent more time out than I had planned on. I mean, if you go to Hobby Lobby, you have to look around for a little while, right? So I guess I'll just start with this one. When I did go to Hobby Lobby, I found the perfect plank that I wanted to use for this orchid. Initially I was thinking of like a round or an oval one, but I really like how this kind of rectangular one worked out. So here's this one that I did off camera. This has 3 screws on the front side. It has 2, one on each side at the top part of the orchid, and then 1 at the bottom here, so that way I could cross in 3 directions to get it mounted. And then on the back, I just have your little bracket for hanging it on the wall. This is my favorite one to use because it's a little easier to get it to look more even as opposed to the other ones. They look a little lopsided sometimes, but these ones only really work if you have a flat surface. So because this one had a flat surface, I was so happy to be able to put this on here. And look, it's so beautiful, isn't it? I just love how it turned out. Yeah, all of these are wall hanging. All of these, you could even hang in the corner of your room with some fishing line so it kind of looks like it's suspended, which I might also do that too, because that would look stinking cool. I'm just thinking about it. It would look so cool. It's gonna be a total surprise seeing what the flowers come up as. I only know what one orchid's flowers look like. Here's how the other one looks off camera. I'm just so excited about this, you guys. Look how pretty. And I really love how the reindeer moss looks mixed in with the sphagnum moss. I think it needed that extra color to make it look just a bit more natural and wild. These are the 2 that I separated. The smaller one that was kind of more on a slant, I put on the side here, so it's going up the side in this direction. The other one that had the 2 going off to either side, I put in the front. And we do have, I don't know if you can see, I'll try and get a close-up of this as well. There are a couple of buds on here, so we will get some flowers soon. Oh, I'm so excited about that. I want to put all these orchids in my kitchen and hang them on my wall in the kitchen here, but I am afraid that they won't get enough light throughout the day, so I will need to figure something out for them to be in here because I just love that idea. And I will need to go over this again with more fishing line because I'm noticing that there are some moss pieces that are more loose than I would like them to be, but otherwise it turned out really cool. And I'll show you guys some footage as well of what they all look like hanging on the wall. An idea I had was I have all these black frames on the wall. It would be really cool to put a nail in the middle of some of these frames and just hang them in the middle of the frame so it kind of looks like they're coming out of the frame. I got all of my frames at the thrift store and then I just spray painted them black and it worked really well for me. So I do have some different ideas for what I want to do with these frames, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I did go back on this one and add in some, oops, sorry, I'm showing you guys the backside. I did go back on this one and add some of the reindeer moss, and I think it looks more natural and just a little bit more color. There was a lot of brown going on, so I'm really happy I did that. I think it looks super nice. Also, I forgot this one has 2 small stems coming up with blooms also. I'm so excited about this. Oh, I'm just so excited about it. I forgot I have 2 orchids that are getting ready to bloom here. So, oh, this is so exciting. This is so, so exciting. And then my last orchid, I actually have it hanging on the wall right here. This is another kind of climbing orchid. It also turned out really well. I like kind of how simple it is because you can put it in a more narrow spot and it would look really nice. I also like the look of the driftwood is very different from the look of this other log that I used. So it's nice that even though they're kind of similar shapes, they're different textures. You can see this driftwood still has sand on it. It has some worn holes. It has the bark that's just kind of peeling off. And I really like the weathered, textured look of it for this mount, which is, it just ended up working out so nicely. They turned out so cute. That is it for today's video. So excited for the future projects and to see how these grow. In the meantime, have a blessed day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.